How's it going, everyone? So last Monday I told you all that I was going to make a video about what's going on in my life, why I'm not in school right now, if I'm healthy, about what's going on in my life, why I'm not in school right now, if I'm healthy, and the like. And I figured that I would just talk about that now. So basically back in October of 2014 I was diagnosed with epilepsy, and my epilepsy is triggered by stress. My seizures are triggered by stress. I don't manage stress that well, and yeah, so for a while I was in a really dark place. So then I started school January of 2015, and ever since then I hadn't really had an episode. I mean, yeah, I would have like the symptoms here and there, even though I wasn't really stressed out. I would just have symptoms, like, well, I don't want to get into those details right now, but basically I would get symptoms of an epileptic but I wouldn't really get an episode. And so I think I went like a year and a half, about a year and a half without any actual episodes. And then came the latter of this year, and basically I was in another dark place. I guess what I'm trying to say is that I had a relapse. And I had a relapse. I was in a dark place in school, working in the lab, working on my business on the side. I have a side business, for those of you that don't know. And it all eventually piled up. I worn myself out. It's no one's fault but myself, to be completely honest. That's the first thing. The first thing is accepting that it's no one's fault but our own faults, because at the end of the day we are in control of everything. So what did I do? I had a relapse. I was stressed out. I was getting episodes. I was unable to be a student in this really dark place. I found myself having to study 3 times as hard as I usually do, and the material just wouldn't stick. It just wouldn't stick to me. I would just blank out, frustrated, because I know I had put in so much time into learning that material. And that was when I realized, that and like some other symptoms, but that's basically when I realized that I should reconsider where I'm at the moment. And where I was at the moment was being a student, along with all this other load of stuff. So I was a student, worn out, and I made the decision to not drop out of school, but put school on hold for the meantime. So I put that on hold right now. I withdrew from the semester, to say the least. And that's why I'm basically in San Diego. You see me working with my dad, see me hanging out with friends, you see me with the dogs here and all. And I accepted that I needed time to heal, to basically heal, and that it's okay to not be okay. It's okay to take time. It's okay to do things at your own pace. And I feel a lot of people resonate with me when I'm talking about this. You're like, oh, I mean, I have to finish in 4 years because I have to do this, I have to do that, I have to do this, and I'm gonna run out of time. Then my parents are praying for this, or they don't. If I don't finish in 4.5 or in 4 years, let alone 4.5 or 5, they don't believe in me, or etc., etc. There's all of these stress factors that really dictate the way we live. You know what? And I really don't want to I guess I don't want to undermine what everyone's going through, but it's just an observation of what I have experienced and what I have seen other people experience and what I have seen other people confess about what they are going through. And the more I talk to people about this, the more the more I see that this is true. And I have yet to hear someone tell me that, you know what, you're completely wrong. I'm not saying that I am completely right or etc., but I am trying to say that oftentimes we do allow other factors that really shouldn't dictate our lives. What's funny is that a lot of you, when I posted that video a week ago, many of you were like messaging me like, hey, I didn't know everything was like wrong. I didn't know you were going through something right now. And again, I said it in the other video, and then I'll say it again. I really do appreciate you all checking in to see how I'm doing, to see how I'm holding, to see that I'm healthy. It means a lot to know that there's a community out there that actually not cares about me, but cares about one another. And that, in today's world, that just means so much to me, because, oh hell, fuck, there's hope. There's hope. A lot of you, when you saw that video, you noticed that you said, Steve, what's going on? Like, you look so serious in that video. Like, you kind of scared me, or this and that. Like, Steve, I hope you're okay. And part of that was me being transparent. Me being transparent with the fact that I'm not okay. And you can see that in my face when you see that video. I'm not okay. And that's something I want you to be comfortable expressing. We take the time to express our successes. We take the time to tell everyone about how good we're doing, about how well we're doing, how about us going to the gym, about us doing that. But I mean, I rarely, unless it's directly implied or talked about, we don't really mention stress in our we don't really mention stress in our conversations. And stress is so powerful. I don't think we consider what stress can really do to us. I want to make you comfortable expressing when you are not okay. Whether that be depression, whether that be a stress factor, whether that be, I don't know. I'm pretty sure you can make that list longer, but it is true that we oftentimes stress about small things that really don't matter. We sweat the small things in life. Those small things pile up, And those small things, when piled up, they trigger our stress response. When our stress response is triggered and or prolonged, you see all these health issues derived from that. And I was reading a lot of primary literature. I was taking a class about the neurobiology of stress and resilience, and I would read a lot of primary literature about this. It was definitely something that is being studied in labs, that's very active in the in the scientific community. And even then, none of that clicked. Maybe it was what I was going through, maybe it was many things, but it didn't really click to me what the power or the potential of stress is, until I was experiencing it myself, until I started to connect the dots, until I started to make sense of what I was experiencing. And let me tell you, it takes, some of you are gonna think this is very controversial, but I think it took a lot more out of me to say that I am not okay, to put my plans aside for a bit so I can reset and re-strategize, reprioritize, and still be on track to do something with my life. It takes a lot more out of someone to do that than to allow our pride to direct our lives. Pride is another thing. When pride becomes part of the conversation, there is so much we're holding that we are held back when we are so prideful to admit. I guess in this sense, prideful to continue school when I wasn't okay, because I know that my academic endeavors do not end here at Berkeley. I have the aspirations to continue my higher education in the scientific community, hopefully one day have a doctorate, and that's something that I've always had my head on. That doctorate. And I knew I was going to be a doctor, to have that doctorate, if I was still in school right now, drowning in my stress and all of that. Why? Because the doctors were already telling me that I was experiencing, or that I was bound to, guess what? Have memory loss, and then I was like, oh damn. All those late night studying never clicked. Never clicked, even though I understood it, it didn't click, or it would just be deleted. Someone went in there and deleted the shit that I was studying. What the fuck? No, but really, I was already experiencing that memory loss, and it already started to make sense when I was starting to talk with neurologists, neurobiologists, started to read primary literature, starting to reflect about what I was really going through and stuff like that. Yeah, so that's pretty much it. If you guys have any questions, feel free to text me or post it somewhere on this. If there's a comment section, post it there. If you feel this is relevant to you, or this is a conversation that we should have more frequently, share this so other people can open their eyes and see things that the way we haven't been taught to see things. Yeah. We're just taught to grind, and we never talk about our well-being. We just talk about getting somewhere, well, again, this is part of maybe my conversation with myself. Your health is important, and your health is important above anything and everything. And there's obviously there have been a lot of drawbacks about my, I wouldn't really call them drawbacks. I would just consider them as things to consider. For example, now I'm taking a break from school. I also can't drive. So some of you, and I can't drive because y'all may know, if I were to have or assume, y'all can put this picture together. If I were to be driving down the freeway, and if I were to get an episode on the freeway, yeah, I'm pretty sure I don't have to finish that for you. So what am I doing now? So I told you all that I have a business. It's a marketing business that I'm working on, to be honest. But going back to what I was saying about these things to consider. So today I had an interview. It was a marketing position with Renewal by Anderson. And for those that don't know, Renewal by Anderson is extremely top tier. It's a window and door vendor store, however you want to put it. So I had this position with them, and they're about to give me the contract to sign and everything, and they're like, oh, actually, we need your driver's license. And I was like, well, you know what, I don't have one, and I don't have one for medical reasons. And at that moment, I was just like, you know what, I don't have it, and that's that. I don't feel sorry for myself. I don't feel this, I don't feel that. It's not gonna happen, and move on. That's it. We, going back to the things that we stress about, we stress about the small things. Yeah, they might be a big company and all, but hell, fuck, there's more and bigger companies out there. Just a matter of time. Just a matter of time. Yeah, so I'm working on a marketing. It's a marketing agency that I'm working on. And you're like, Steve, if you have your own marketing agency, then why did you want to have a marketing position with this other company? Really, I just wanted to get put my foot in the door for, to eventually make them my clients. And you might think, you're like, what the fuck, Steve? Why are you thinking like that? How can you make this big ass company your client? And really, and to that I say, that's my vision. I don't think small, I think big. And I feel that you too should have a big vision for yourself. And don't undermine your capabilities, your abilities, what you're capable of, what you can do for others. Yeah, so my meeting was today, my interview. And tomorrow morning I have a follow-up meeting with one of my clients. He wants to build a business and he wants me to do all the marketing for that. And this is a really big client. This guy really told me that he wants my help to make him a legend. And this is a guy who has 40 plus years in the construction industry. He wants to build his other side business, a little side hustle. He just wants to kick back now and just see this other business just thrive. And he You know what it means for someone to actually like tell you, like, I want you to help me kickstart something like this? It meant a lot for me. So much. And yeah, we're gonna make it happen. It's going to yeah, it's gonna fucking kick off, and you're all gonna see that. You're all gonna be able to witness that. But you know, that's very exciting stuff that I have planned for the future, along with some other clients that I also have lined up. But yeah, so I told you what was going on in my life, you know, why I withdrew from school. Am I okay? Yeah, I mean, I'm holding on. Things can be better. But anyways, this time that I'm taking off, I want to establish this business of mine. And I want to take the time to heal. You know, whatever that means to me. I'm still trying to figure that out. But I do know that part of it is self-love. Like, do you love yourself? I can honestly say that I'm in the process of learning how to love myself. And that's something else that I'm being transparent about what's going on. It's just a matter of time. Keep your head up. It's gonna be okay.